That's gonna be something special.
Oh, there he is. Hey. Okay.
Put the headset
No, I don't want this headset. Hello?
Hello.
How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
Doing great.
Got you some lorcannas.
Yes, sir.
Of course, it's upside down.
on. Millie Creve.
Yeah.
Hey, Blake, you in that pack? You know that's dang gone hillbilly proof. Open it up.
Mickey Mouse. Or no, Minnie Mouse. Hypnotized. The Nook. Snow White. Elsa. Let the Storm Rage On. Light Shag. Ring the Bell.
Can you bring the camera down a bit so that you can see what's on there a little better?
Camera down. How's that, bud?
Just a sec. I'm making some adjustments over here as well. Yeah, that's a little better. See, the card's a bit better now.
Okay. He said, yeah.
Now you just have to focus on like keeping it centered because that's always a challenge for me to like make sure that it's right under the camera and in focus and all that good jazz while you're opening.
Okay.
Oh, so I'm sorry, I missed the big hit. What was the big hit from that pack? I didn't see him.
Cinderella.
Okay, so you got Cinderella. I think that's one of the bigger ones in the set, if I'm not mistaken.
I
I'm
got
mistaken.
Fag Crossbow.
That's the one you want to get in enchanted foil. That's the most expensive card in the set in enchanted foil is Cinderella. You can go back to the hits later. You know what I mean? Like I would separate them out into piles where you put your commons and uncommons in one pile, and then put your rares, mythic rares, and legendaries.
Well, I don't know what card.
Let's hope you get an enchanted foil. That would be great.
Yeah.
So far, what's your favorite hit of that? I haven't opened any Rise of the Floodborn myself.
This one.
Aw, Pooh. I know you like Pooh.
I love them. Peter Pan. Dagger. Peter Pan's dagger. Flynn Rider. Basil again. Grumpy.
Oh, there you go. Love Grumpy. That's
Grumpy.
my moniker right there.
That's your favorite?
No, it's just kind of what people call me.
Oh. Merlin.
MTG Grumpy Bob.
Donald Duck. Last Stand. Minnie Mouse.
I was looking at that one a little earlier, the Minnie Mouse, and I feel like they did her dirty in the first chapter. She was just not a very good card, and even though she's slightly overcosted, at least she has 2 lore and evasive. So that's something, and she'll get above grab your swords and some other like 1 damage things. So it's a slight improvement, doing Minnie just a little bit better in this set, but still not a great card.
Right. Okay. Lawrence. Noah.
I don't even know what that's from. Lawrence?
This
What was that from?
I really don't know.
Is it like a 101 Dalmatians kind of thing?
No, I I think he's from Princess and the Frog. I'm not for sure.
Oh, okay, yeah. Not real familiar with Princess and the Frog. I mean, I know of it. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever watched it.
Okay.
That's the one that has Dr. Facilier in it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Good card, don't know the show.
Um, Noah or something like that.
Noi?
Noi.
I don't know, that seems like a Peter Pan kind of thing, but
I really don't know.
I don't know. An orphan thief?
Huh?
Mufasa, what's the rarity on that one?
Um.
Can you hold it up a bit? I can't see the bottom of the card. It is. That's there you go. That's the legendary one. That's good.
Bob, you're getting an
That's a
echo.
good hit. That's a $15, a $15 card. That's good.
Bob,
Cusco.
Bob, you're getting an echo.
I'm getting echo.
Yeah. That's what Fish Games is saying on the chat.
I mean, I only have one mic.
No, it ain't you.
Cusco. And
I don't know what I would do to get rid of the echo.
Oh.
Maybe I could try one thing.
Tigger. Hypnosis. Rabbit. Piglet. Yes. Merlin. Charge. Minnie Mouse. Lawrence. Bucky. Pinocchio.
Can you hold them up a little higher so I can see the rarity? So that was a rare, and this is a super rare.
Okay.
Pinocchio and the Cheshire Cat. I love Cheshire Cat.
Okay. Pinocchio. Bucky. Lawrence.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not a huge amount of value in Rise of the Floodborn, just from a financial perspective.
Mm-hmm.
But it did bring in, Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. It brought in Winnie the Pooh.
Mm-hmm.
So it did bring a lot of like fan favorites
Mm-hmm.
to the mix. So more Piglet. Cheshire Cat again. Oh wait, did you reshuffle something?
Yeah, I reshuffled
Oh,
the
okay.
cards.
I got it. It's
Basil.
like, wait a minute, they're kind of out of order.
Basil.
Basil.
Yeah.
Is this any better? I muted one audio source,
Yeah.
I think, maybe. So I don't know if I'm still
Rabbit.
echo.
Hypnotized. Tigger. Okay, last one.
Come on. Another big hit.
Fairy godmother.
Mm-hmm.
What did you call me? Gaston.
Gaston.
Rabbit. Sneezy.
Sneezy.
Last Cannon. Nick Wilder. Pinocchio.
Pinocchio the liar.
Yeah. Okay, he said audio is better. Nana. Queen of Hearts. Flynn.
Flynn Rider. I think that card is just almost busted. 4 lore on a 4-cast card.
Mm-hmm.
He's beefy. That is not something to shake a stick at.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he ranks up there on the cost, but that's a
2,
lot
3.
of lore.
Yeah, 2, 3. I think.
Yeah. I'd hate to see that across from me. I think he's got evasive. Oof, tough to get rid of.
Um, Duke Weston, and that's it.
Yeah, that Flynn would be the closest thing to power creep that I can think of.
Mm-hmm.
I do actually have something to share with the audience, if you don't mind. I
I
was
don't
going to
care.
save it for my show, but since you invited me to be on yours, something that was interesting that I noticed. Let me move my stuff aside here and turn on my overhead. So I ordered some cases of the Into the Inklands, and I noticed something kind of different. I don't know if you call it cool, but here, we'll just put it over my face since people don't want to see my face. Um, I just make it bigger. Giggity. All right, so this was the case, and it's not like, um, oh, you can even see the boxes kind of in there. Um, it's not exactly like Watsy's, but what I noticed is kind of the label. So I was looking at it, and I'm like, well, let's assume I start collecting cases, sealed cases, and I don't want to open them. Well, over the years, if they start stacking on your shelf, I think they don't do as good of a job as Watsy does with their labeling, and I'll share with you why. Can you see how you can tell what this is a case of?
No, not really.
Well, I thought that too, and I'm like, oh, it's right here. See this? It's they don't
Yeah.
give the name of the set,
Yeah.
so it's a 4 count of 24 pack booster displays of set 3,
Wow.
which would be Into the Inklands.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of different from a lot of the other card games that people collect out there. But I just thought it would be some neat information for the Lorcanna fans that might be out there. That it tells you what's inside the box. What's in the box right here? This says set 3. So there's also another label on this side of it, but it says the same thing. So that's how you know what's in here. And you can see by the size, I don't have giant hands. That's a case of 4, folks. Like it's almost like an oversized, like booster box from Watsy. It's kind of surprising how small they are. And something else to know about the Into the Inkland set. I don't know if you're aware, on the first set, there was no kind of safety seal on the box whatsoever. I don't. Well, I do have an opened box here, but for those of you that aren't aware, on the first set, like this one, this is the second printing. You can tell because it's got this safety tape on it. Excuse me.
Bless you.
But the original boxes that first came out, the very first run, they didn't have it. And as you see, there's kind of a lot of slop here. So you could actually reach in and nab packs out of the boxes while they were still sealed, right?
Huh.
So they put safety tape on points of entry on the second wave that came out like in September. And then they did the same thing, the same safety tape for the rise of the Floodborn. But now, and I'm not going to crack it so you can see it. Sorry. The boxes for Into the Inklands are now shrink wrapped with the Lorcana safety shrink wrap. So they listen to the audience, for the collectors out there, and they now shrink wrap their booster boxes. So I thought it was some interesting info for people that are Lorcana fans. Sorry, I hope you enjoyed that as well. Informative, at least, at a minimum. Well, I mean, so it looks like Mufasa's your biggest like dollar hit. Which card was your favorite out of that?
Well,
The
I
Pooh
guess.
card?
Yeah.
I only saw the one.
I like Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Eeyore,
All the
Winnie the Pooh friends, Rabbit, Tigger. Piglet. That's my mom's favorite.
You put Winnie the Pooh in the stack on the left, by the way.
Right here. There you are.
Yeah, I know. The stack game is something we all have to work on stream.
Yeah.
Especially Blake Rasmussen. He's terrible. And he works for WotC.
Right.
But that's are you happy with what you got there? How did you feel opening it?
Very happy.
Well, what were you
Excited.
thinking of when you were opening it?
I was hoping to hit some good cards.
For me, it always, so far, either watching people open it or opening it myself, it definitely takes me back. I mean, that's why I got the retro Disney behind me, because it's something other than just hitting money. You can do that in many sets of different kinds.
Yeah.
But all those sets don't take me back to my childhood or when my kids were little, watching Disney films with them.
Yeah.
So I think
Billy says Magic needs to listen to Disney. LOL.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. You were a little low.
Hillbilly says Magic needs to listen to Disney. LOL. LOL.
Yeah. I mean, I'm worried for Magic for it losing its identity. It's now just borrowing everybody else's identity. I don't know if you're aware of that. They call it Universes Beyond. But imagine how Lorcanna would feel if they brought in, Power Rangers. You'd be like, what? Why is that in Lorcanna?
Right.
And that's kind of what they've done in Magic, right? Is that they weren't popular enough with what they were doing, so they borrowed from the popularity of other tremendously successful IPs like Lord of the Rings and The Walking Dead, and among many, many others at this point. And I think that they're turning Magic from its own IP that a lot of people have loved for a lot of years into just a game system that you could plug and play any IP into. And I think that that's a dangerous prospect. But I can't wait. I don't know if you've seen the prices. The prices are going through the roof now on the first chapter. It's like crazy.
Yeah, it is
But
crazy.
And I actually don't like that. I think that it's bad for Lorcanna to survive as a game. Like, if you want to keep opening cards that you enjoy looking at the art, the game has to survive and keep getting printed. And as far as I know, Ravensburger only signed up initially for 6 sets, so we're halfway through their print run.
Yeah.
God, that would be weird. And I wonder what would happen to it if they just stopped printing after the 6th set. Just did this like limited run 6 set kind of thing. That would be very different in the world of collectible card games, and I think that it could get very expensive to get Lorcanna cards if that happens.
Yeah.
But in order to survive long term, it's got to have the playability. It's got to have the support of organized tournaments. They got to turn out quality cards. They've got to have some sort of structure to support the game itself. I think that Disney could do a tremendous amount to really push the game. Imagine getting a, not a card that you need to play, but a special version of a card, a promo version of one of these cards, a promo Winnie the Pooh that you can only get from going to Disney World, right? Okay, how would you feel about that? Would you like to have that card?
Yeah.
Right? And they could advertise for Lorcanna in ways that no other TCG can get advertisement for it. Not even Pokemon. So, they could do all kinds of stuff. Imagine them holding tournaments for Lorcanna at Disney World.
Oh, that would be cool.
That'd be insane. So there's so much that.
What happened?
You lost him.
Yeah. I lost him. I don't know how. I didn't do anything.
You
lost him.
I didn't do anything.
Just talk.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Everything cut out. The screen went black.
You lost him for me.
Lost him for you a minute. I lost
Well, at
you
any
for
rate,
a minute.
yeah, I don't know what happened there. At any rate, there's a lot of room for this to run. So far, I haven't seen them do anything to muck it up, and at least we're gonna have, in all likelihood, we're gonna have at a minimum 3 more sets, and hopefully it'll go on for years after that.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of legs to it.
Yes, it does.
And I just love the quality of the art on them.
I do
I love
too.
that they're not doing crazy art like you see in so many other TCGs. I think they're very tasteful,
Yeah.
and I hope that they stick to it. Sometimes less is more.
Right.
So, anyways, thank you for sharing that opening with me.
You're welcome. And thank you for joining the show.
Sure. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself too.
Oh, yeah.
You have a nice day.